Fire was set. Quick, somebody call the sheriff.
Sheriff Country is all new CBS tonight at 8/7 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Hi, I'm Scott with Windows for Less. Old man winter's getting ready to show up. Keep him in the cold outside and keep it warm inside with new windows from Windows for Less. If you want the best for less, call Windows for Less.
Stream KOAM News now on the TV app, available for iOS and Android.
Now at 6, talk of taxes and solar farm annexation at the county commissioners meeting today in Girard. Plus, innovation and industry take center stage at a tech conference in Southeast Kansas. And a Southwest Missouri college strengthens the community with a ribbon cutting ceremony.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Crawford County Commissioners had their plate full today with a continued tax talk about a proposed solar farm, the SEK Humane Society's shelter debate amid a funding crisis, and certifying the November 2025 election results. This is KOAM News. I'm Tanya Bach. One of Shasta Power's owners spoke about the taxes they'll pay if the Mulberry annexation is approved. The multi-million-dollar proposed solar farm was the focus of a heated public hearing at the courthouse last night. And this morning, John Kopiak told commissioners the annexation will not reduce the taxes paid to the county, which are normally exempt under state law. Instead, he says Shasta plans to pay 10% of those taxes.
Shasta is offering to pay 10% of the exempt portion of the development, and it seems to me like it would be a wonderful financial win for Crawford County and Mulberry. And if Mulberry's services can be improved, that improves the services of this whole area.
The decision for the annexation is expected by November 18th. SEK Humane Society Director Jasmine Kyle asked the Crawford County Commissioners this morning for their thoughts on changing the shelter from a low-capacity sanctuary to a high-intake open admission system due to rising public demand. Now, she warned if the shelter adopts the high-intake model, euthanasia rates would likely increase significantly. Kyle says the animal shelter is currently in a financial crisis and needs an average income boost of $30,000 per month to stay afloat.
Animals entering our shelter have been strays, so more than half of our intakes come directly from the community finding wandering and lost pets.
Injured.
And injured. Animals that we've cared for as a part of our shared commitment. However, as we look toward the future, we must determine whether we can continue operating under our current sanctuary-based approach or transition.
Kyle told the commissioners the SEK Humane Society has a survey out asking the community the best way forward. She says so far, 80% of return surveys said they want them to stay with the current model. The Crawford County Clerk met with the commissioners before today's meeting to canvass and certify the November 2025 election results. Now, before last week's election, tests were conducted on the voting machines. Today's meeting confirms those tests were completed properly. Provisional ballots and write-in votes are also counted during the canvassing process.
Turn anybody away, but we do provisionalize them, which means they go to a separate table. They're allowed a ballot, but they have to go through the process of filling out a registration card with all of their current information. And that's where, when they come back to us, we have to take them and make sure we do our due diligence to make sure that that is a voter that should be counted.
The county clerk says voter turnout was about 18%.